feel like just someone just set me on fire. Thank you, Meryl. You're just a great broad. You forgot I followed you into the toilet that first day of rehearsal. I just wanted to smell you. Yeah. Thank you, Golden Globes. I discarded my speech before I got here, and oh my God, I wish I hadn't. But, because I didn't thank anybody. All the people in my life know that they are loved. You do, right? All of you. Theo, Gabby, Jamaica, Sergio, Franklin, Kevin, Lisa, Krista, Stell, all of you. This is my testimony. I think I decided to be an actor because acting was just a cosmic carrot for a much higher journey. A journey into finding me, finding a sense of belonging, finding my worth. You know, I saw life as just a big, fat, fucking dude. You know, someone with a big belly and eating a really greasy, moist turkey leg that just drips all over the place. And every time he stands up and goes to the toilet, he just has endless amounts of gold that is just falling down randomly, just hitting people and just dropping gold in front of them like just some of the shittiest people in the world that don't deserve it. People didn't work for it, but they got the blessings of the dripping gold, and then some people who the gold just rained down on them because they worked for it. Then after he comes back from the toilet, he's full and just falls down on top of people, just squelching them randomly. That's how I saw life. I was born into a life that just simply did not make sense. I didn't fit in. I was born into abject poverty. I was mischievous. I was imaginative. I was rambunctious. I was so poor. Growing up in a house with alcoholism and rage, infested with rats everywhere, toilets that never worked. You had to fill up a bucket just to put it in the toilet, just for the toilet to flush. I was a bedwetter. Every single day I just wet the bed and went to school with the same clothes that were just soaked with urine. My life just didn't make sense. And on top of all that, all anyone ever said was that I wasn't pretty. By the way, what the hell is pretty? I wasn't pretty. I just want to be somebody. I mean, going back to Gordo, the raging life with the dripping turkey leg. I wanted some of those little gold nuggets to just rain down in front of me. But what I had was magic. I was curious. And you know what my magic was? That I could teleport. That I could take myself out of this worthless world and relieve myself of it at times. I could go to a place where I can belly laugh, where I can have fun. And the biggest magic was I could see people. I could see that woman at the corner standing there in freezing cold weather with dirty hair and really, really bad acne, smoking a cigarette with bloodshot eyes, and in those like corduroy coats with that fall fur coat in the inside, and they had those, she would have those pants that all the women would buy at Rainbow Shop. They cost $9.99 and they were never zipped up properly. And she'd just be standing there with dirty sneakers untied. And then the car would roll up and she would lean in and talk to whoever was in the car, make an exchange, and get in. Nobody gave a shit about people like that. But she was my Mona Lisa. She made me curious. I would enter her and tinker around in there, going, who are you? Who were you when you were a little girl? Oh my God, you were so cute. You would dream big. You thought life was gonna work out for you. Oh my God, but let me get into this memory. I know there's always a resistance to that one memory, that one thing that you live for. But I could always get in there. And it was magic. The seeker is the mystery that the seeker needs to know. I was curious. That's all you need in life is curiosity. So that was acting. And that's how I started my journey. And I had enough curiosity to know not only could I perform magic and inhabit these people, but what could they give me? What could I find in all of these lives that could somehow rain down those gold nuggets from Gordo and give to me to make my life make sense? So I started this journey of acting. And let me tell you something, not to be a contradiction, but when I started off my career, I took a lot of jobs because of the money. Okay? Because sometimes for a dark-skinned black woman with a wide nose and big lips, that's all there is out there, all right? If I waited for a role that was written for me, well-crafted, then I wouldn't be standing up here. So I took it for the money. I do not believe that poverty is really the answer to craft. I never did. I don't think that there's any nobility in poverty. You know, I've maybe seen too many rat-infested apartments. I've seen too many relatives dying or dead because of lack of health care. No. I think every job I got, even if it were for money, because it was an opportunity to get in there and tinker, right? And then sometimes those gold nuggets would rain down on me, and I got the Mrs. Millers and the Annalise Keatings and the Aibileen Clarks and the Amanda Wallers, and I would go, oh my God, I am cooking it. I'm going to be the next Meryl Streep. and then nothing. More often than not, I got the dead characters. Like the woman standing on the street corner with the cigarette and the bad skin. The characters that are dead, that nobody cares about, no one loves. I got that. And I believe that they came to me because they knew that I would love them. And I knew that there was something really, really, really beautiful within there, where once again, I could find that answer, that curiosity about why the hell am I here? And there's no one in this room that has not answered that question, that curiosity. Why am I here? And each of those characters gave me some level of an answer. And I would use everything that I could to bring them back to life. I was a defibrillator. They were like shards of glass left on a dystopian beach, and the only clue I had was, I don't know, a little tie, a little shoe, and then I would craft it from there using memories. Memory of when I was at my father's deathbed and I had to tell him to go. Memories of falling in love. Memories of bedwetting. Memories of a belly laugh. Memories. And I could fill in the blank and make them whole. And somewhere in the whole journey of that, just like Joseph Campbell says, you know, when you go on that journey, that hero's journey, where you answer that call to adventure, the final phase is always a phase you feel like you're going to lose your life. But you go to the inmost cave where you don't see God, you don't see demons, you just see yourself. And I got the elixir. That's what acting gave me. And the elixir was that it's on me. My life is orchestrated by me. That who little Viola was enough. And the mystery is now understanding Gordo with the dripping turkey leg and who randomly hands out blessings. What you gotta figure out is you. Your story. You, as is, you are worthy. I had my ruby slippers. You know, they say that the only two people you owe anything to is your 6-year-old self and your 80-year-old self. And 6-year-old Viola, sometimes I have to rely on to give me perspective of even this moment. Otherwise, it's too big for me to imagine. Going from bedwetting and poverty and despair and wrongness to this. And little Viola is squealing. She can't believe she married the most handsome man in the world. She can't believe that she has a daughter that has burst her heart wide open. She cannot believe that despite the fact that she smells or was mischievous or was messy and rough around the edges, that she has friends who see all of that but love her. And here's the thing, and think she's beautiful. And little Viola is squealing. She's standing behind me now. She's pulling on my dress. And she's wearing the same red rubber boots that she wore rain or shine because they made her feel purty. She's squealing. And she's saying one thing. She says, make them hear this. And what she's whispering is, I told you I was a magician. Thank you.